This is Sharon Vornholt with another Makeover Monday, Baby Steps to Success. And today we're going to talk about rehabbing or fix and flip, which is another one of the, I would say, top three real estate investing strategies. So the first thing that you have to do if you're going to be a rehabber or a fix and flip investor is to get the leads in the door. And there's several ways you can do that when you're just getting started out, especially if you don't have a lot of money. The first thing would be to join your local REIA group, network, and look for deals there. Ask people if they have any deals. There are always a lot of wholesalers that have deals to sell in my group. In fact, I bought my first couple of properties, bought and sold them through my REIA group, so it's a great place to start. Another place that folks start is with bandit signs. Now, here's a little disclaimer. They are illegal in some areas. They're not specifically illegal in a number of areas, but people just don't like them. Bandit signs are those cheap little corrugated signs, the ones you see that we buy houses type of signs. But they work. They work very well in some markets, and they're inexpensive. You can go out and put them up typically on a Friday night, because they're either going to be taken down or you might be asked to take them down come Monday morning when people get out and about and they call you about these signs. So you're going to have to find a way to do some cheap marketing for your first few deals. You can also, you're going to need to field the calls when they do come in. So I use a property information form for all of my calls. Even though at this point I know the questions, I know what to ask, there's always the chance that you'll miss something, that you'll overlook something that you need to know. So it's best to use a form. And you don't want to read from that form though. You want to use it as a guideline to initiate a free, easy flowing conversation. When you talk to sellers, you always want to have a conversation. The next thing is when you think you found a property, you've probably gone out and looked at the property, especially when you're brand new. I recommend that you go look at just about everything that you think can be a deal. You're going to want to sit down and do your numbers using the 70% rule, and we will have more on that later. But basically the formula is 70% of the ARV, the after repaired value, less repairs, less any fee if you're a wholesaler, and that is what's called your MAO, your maximum allowable offer. That's the amount that you can pay for a property, and I recommend that you go a little bit below that in case you have to get into some negotiations. So the next step would be, now you've got an accepted offer, so what do you do? And this is the point at which you're going to need some money. My recommendation to you is to figure this piece out before you ever go out and look for a house. There are a lot of private money lenders out there. There are some investor-friendly banks. In my area, there are a number of banks that cater to investors. Just be aware that they're going to be looking at how you bought the property, and in most cases, they're going to only loan you somewhere in the vicinity of about 80% of the money, and that includes for repairs. So be prepared to have a little cash to put down. Now you may find some lenders, hard money lenders, which are individuals that loan money. They may or may not require you to put some money in the deal, put some skin in the game, so to speak. So you found your house, and now you're going to need to close on them. That's one thing that's different than being a wholesaler. You're going to need to close on the house. So have your ducks in a row before you get to this point. I like to use the same closing attorney for all my deals. They know me, I know them. Everything just goes smoothly. I fax everything over to them. They do what they do, and then we just show up and close on the house. So once you own the property, then that's where the real work starts. You're going to need to renovate the house, to rehab it, so to speak. You will need contractors. You are going to need to know how much things cost, how much it costs to get a new kitchen installed, What does it cost for a panel box? what does it cost to get a furnace and central air installed on a 1,500 square foot house, or however big the house is. These are all things that you need to learn about really before you get into your renovation, because if you don't know these costs the day, before the day you buy the house, then you won't know how to make an offer. So this is a skill you need to develop. Now, when you finally got the house renovated, you're going to need to sell that house. That may mean you're going to list it. You may put a flyer out at your REA group. There's any number of ways that you can sell the house. But these are all pieces to the puzzle. And once you've done your first deal, then you will just simply rinse and repeat. It's simple, but it's not easy. So I hope this helps, and once again, we'll be going over all these steps more in depth. We'll cover the marketing, we'll cover fielding the calls, and all of the individual pieces. But this is just a short overview of the fix and flip model for real estate investing. This is Sharon Vornholt. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time for another Makeover Monday.